All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. 44, Mike, 44. All day, dog. Check. Fresno.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Jaguars' 49-yard line.
Now, 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Coming to you.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill.
White.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check three.
And they give this time to the tailback. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 35 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
10. Check 9, check 9. Check 13. Check 13.
Deuce right, Chief.
Check 55. Check 55.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A Raider first down, 17 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 9. So a big carry there, maybe trying to atone for that fumble he had earlier in this one.
Yeah, I know every coach always tells you, shake it off, let it go. You know it's in your head. You want to make up for it, and he did exactly that on that play.
Here's Rosen to throw. He completes it to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now Rosen looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance. Wide right, it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want the left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Down. 180.
Check.
Right on line.
Both balls of Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
To throw, it's Carr. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Monday, down. 280. 44.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Down. 180.
Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throws it a throw. He finds Robinson.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He's going to field this at the 4. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run with their fullback. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You right, Eddie?
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. His 2nd catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And to give this time to the tailback. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Brings up 2nd and 7
Down.
at the 33-yard line.
44. Come on. You better bring it. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Low, low, low.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Right down. Right 85.
I'm coming out.
Go Chief.
Check. 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 Check 99. Check 99. Show.
Put that down. That's it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You got it.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Rosen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now a first down carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 33. And not much running room, down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
So now a carry here for their fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 14-yard line.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
It's 4th down.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Rosen. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one.
You ain't doing nothing today.
With the score, Raiders 28, Jaguars nothing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Jaguars 6-yard line.
What down? 185. Not here.
Now Carr. And the catch made by Walters. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Rosen now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down. Again, it's Rosen. And he gets it to Funchess complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Check 24, check 24. Monday. Mike, 55. Check.
Now Rosen on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Rosen to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now it's Rosen looking. Funchess has it complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Carr going to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And the Jaguars first down.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.